Today I'm interviewing Chris, another fellow local Fond du Lac County citizen. And I chose to interview Chris because I wanted to get the perspective of someone who's not from Fond du Lac, who moved here. So I'm Bethany Warnches, real estate agent with Addison Jones. And the goal of this series is to tell Fond du Lac's story and to support local. So Chris, can you tell me, where do you work in Fond du Lac County?
Yeah, so I am a financial advisor with Edward Jones. I have an office here on Envision Street right near the hospital.
Yeah, and we're doing the interview right here in his office today. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you do or a favorite aspect of your job here?
Absolutely. So my job as a financial advisor is really to help clients get to whatever their financial goals are. And so I spend a lot of time working with clients, analyzing their financial goals and making sure we put a strategy in place to help them achieve those. Whether it's planning for college, planning for retirement, figuring out what makes sense from a tax perspective as far as distributions, a lot of different scenarios that we encounter every day. It can be anything from life insurance to financial planning. Wear a lot of different hats, but really at the end of the day, it's helping people with their finances.
Okay, yeah. And there's a lot of different Edward Jones locations
There
all
are.
over, but you're here in Fond du Lac. So let's talk about, what do you love about where you live? So let's start with favorite home feature.
Absolutely. So my favorite home feature is honestly just the proximity to town. So I live off of 4th Street, over on the southeast side of town. My favorite part about our neighborhood is it's a younger neighborhood, has a lot of kids, but also a lot of parks. So I have a 3-year-old, and we've hit up every single park in town. And so that is by far my favorite home feature. Not necessarily the home itself, it's a beautiful home, but the favorite feature of it is really the proximity to the parks and outdoor activities that we can do.
Would you say, since you've hit up all the parks, does your 3-year-old have a favorite park, do you think?
Well, he would call it the Yellow Park, but Lakeside Park is probably his favorite just because there's so many different variety of things to do there. But yeah, Lakeside is probably the go-to, if not for the one in our neighborhood.
Where's the yellow part coming from?
Just the color of it. So the beautiful thing about Lakeside Park is Bert has done a really great job. They've got 3 or 4 different play sets over there, and the one he just happens to gravitate towards is the one that's yellow for whatever reason.
Okay, is that the one with the splash pad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
have you guys gotten to try that out yet?
We did the splash pad last year, so that was his introduction to that. And yeah, we were just there this past weekend as well, running around. Splash pad wasn't on yet, but that was definitely one of the things he was asking about. Was he's in that why phase, so why is the water not on?
Oh yeah.
Little cool yet still.
Yeah. So you just talked a little bit about the parks and how your family enjoys them. But where else do you like to play in Fond du Lac in your free time? So where do you like to go in the area when you have time?
I mean, we're still getting to know the area. You mentioned the fact that I'm not from here originally, and so one of the things we really like to do is go downtown, explore the downtown area. Both Envision and the Downtown Partnership do a really good job of putting on events to kind of explore the neighborhood a little bit. And so we've taken advantage of those things again for our son, trying to find activities for him, going down to the farmer's market. But also, like for Easter, they did an egg hunt downtown, so we got to explore, got to hit up some of our favorite businesses, the ones we can never get by without getting something, getting a book from Lunar and Lake. Otherwise, my wife and I getting some boba from Hang 10. Definitely a stop we hit almost on a weekly basis.
Okay, yeah, I've still got to try it there.
Oh, Hang 10 is fantastic. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah, but Lunar and Lake, I was just in there. I had to get a book for a baby shower. So they're doing the books instead of cards, and so I could have popped in for one of those. But yeah, that's a cute little store there. So this is where the giveaway comes in. So typically, I do one giveaway, but Chris is, I normally give my interviewee, I give them something as a thank you, and he's given up his. So I'm going to be giving away 2 Envision Greater Fond du Lac gift certificates. So he talked about the downtown and just different places he likes to go, like Hang 10 and Lunar and Lake, and checking it all out. So to get entered to this giveaway to get an Envision Greater Fond du Lac gift certificate, I just want you to tag someone that you'd like to explore the Fond du Lac downtown with, and then I will enter you into a drawing and draw in about a week. So tag someone that you'd like to go exploring downtown Fond du Lac with to get that. So Chris, how did you end up choosing Fond du Lac County as home? So this is a big question with your perspective coming from somewhere else.
Yeah, it was not intentional. When I originally joined Edward Jones, there was an opportunity to move to Fond du Lac as part of a retirement plan for an advisor that was retiring. Okay. And so that was really what brought us here. It happened to work out really well. Not a lot of great things came from COVID, but one of the positives was my wife was able to work remote, keep her job, work remote full time. And so we made the move to the Fond du Lac community. We were just down the road in Sun Prairie, but we've been thrilled with the move. I mean, Fond du Lac has been way more than we ever expected when it came to building a community for ourselves here. It's been an awesome move, but really it was the job that brought me here initially.
Okay, yeah. And I think that's a good segue into my next question, which is why would you encourage others to choose Fond du Lac County as home?
I think there's just so much to do. The thing that's really been the most beneficial for my wife and I is, again, I talked a little bit about that community. We have a really close-knit group of friends we had when we lived in the Sun Prairie, Madison area, but we've expanded that network 3-4-fold already. Just being here for a couple of years, I mentioned Envision, I got involved networking with some folks through there. I've met some really fantastic folks. It's a community that supports those that are willing to put the time in, and I cannot speak highly enough of the opportunities that are here. I think Fond du Lac has a bad reputation sometimes as not being an area with a lot of things happening, but that could not be further from the truth. With everything we have going on downtown, there's some really fantastic businesses in town. There's so much to do if you're willing to look for it. Whether it's outdoor activities or events with some of our business partners, it's a great community to raise a family.
Yeah, and it makes my heart so happy to hear that from someone who isn't from here, moves here, and sees all that we have to offer. And so one of the reasons that I do these videos is really to help people see what's all here. And so I really appreciate you bringing your perspective, Chris. So thank you for doing this interview. I hope you enjoyed meeting another Fond du Lac local. And then get commenting so you can get entered to win that gift certificate for Envision Greater Fond du Lac. Remember, there's 2 of those. And then I will see you next time.